Hello! I went to go see Sonic Movie 3 and I had a very interesting experience. I talked about this on my stream and thought that it was an interesting story, so I'm gonna share it to you guys as a video. And before you worry, there will be no spoilers. I'll let you guys know like how I rank the movie and my overall thoughts, but yeah. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy the video and the story, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So yes, so let me tell you guys about my movie experience when I saw Sonic Movie 3. And of course, this is not gonna have any spoilers. No spoilers, no spoilers. I won't spoil the movie for anyone. Oh my goodness. Well, one, the movie was an absolute banger. I loved the movie so much. But let me tell you guys how my experience went, right? I've been like waiting for this day, right? I've been collecting items for my outfit in the past few months. Like I got my sweater when the Sonic X Shadow merch dropped on Amazon. Chrono got me Sonic shoes for an early birthday present, which was awesome. And I also got a purse, I think a month ago. That was like a Sonic themed purse. And fun fact, I posted my outfit after I saw the movie. I posted my outfit and the pictures I took after I saw the movie on Twitter. And like the actual Sonic movie page shared it. It was crazy because like it was doing well, right? You know, it had like maybe like 200 and something likes. I'm like, oh, okay, good post, good post. I went to sleep and I woke up and there was like almost 700 likes. I was like, huh? Y'all like my outfit that much? I'm like, dang, ow. Kind of funny. We went from like just a few months ago talking about how we were like left out of the montages every time to like the actual movie page, like liking and retweeting my posts. That's crazy. But anyway. So I actually refrained from going to an AMC theater or a Regal theater because I wanted a different experience with it. And we didn't have one that had like dine-in around here. So I can't really say the theater because there's not really many of them in the US, and that's kind of like low-key doxing myself because it's like near where I live. But yeah, so I didn't go to a theater with merch, which made me sad already. But like I wanted a really good experience, whatever, I can get the merch later. And one, they had Lion King merch. Two, I went outside to take a picture at the Sonic movie poster. It was the only poster that had like effed up lighting. It was the only one with like effed up lighting. So you can see that in my picture. Like it's kind of dark, but hey, whatever. The Sonic and Shadow shine bright enough to make it stand out. But yeah, so we went to the concession line. The theater was like empty, which I was happy about. But like also kind of like, this is weird that this is empty like this, you know? And we went up to the counter and I saw that they had like wine and beer and they had like some food items on there, but we actually got like dine-in seats. So we were gonna have like dine-in service while we were watching the movie, which is why we went to that theater, right? And I know there's like some AMC ones with it, but like there was none in our area. And we went up to the counter and asked like, hey, there's some things on the menu here. Can we order that through dine-in, or do like some of those items we have to get here? Because it wasn't on the dine-in menu. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable question. And the lady was like, oh yeah, we, how did exactly did she say it? She was like, we're not doing dine-in, or we don't offer dine-in right now. And Corona was just like, so they sold us dine-in tickets and you guys don't offer dine-in? Right? And even I was like, yeah, that's really weird. And I looked at Chrono, I'm like, okay, so we're getting our money back. And so, or she said the kitchen is closed. Yeah, that's how she said it, right? And then we were like, okay, that's weird. And they were like, yeah, the kitchen people just didn't show up. And we were just like, what? So the kitchen people just didn't show up, which one sucks for them, but like also, hello? Like, Yeah, big shout out to Chrono for taking me to the movie, by the way. Hi, Chrono. I see you in chat. But yeah, man. So I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, that was so fucked. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if it was closed all day, obviously there was 4 of us in the whole theater. They couldn't like freaking use their thing and like text us. We're like, hey, the kitchen's closed. We're just letting you guys know who bought tickets, or put an announcement on their site or something. Like nothing, but whatever. Whatever. Very poor management. Yeah, I have worked in management. I have also worked in pretty much any type of customer service you can think of, and there's so many ways they could have done that better, but I digress. All right. Hi, Country Shape. Hello, hello. Yeah. The pics on Twitter, they weren't all that bad. Yeah, it didn't look that bad in the picture I took, but I also like cut as much as I could out of the others. Like if you saw the posters with like the 5 other lit up ones and then that one just darkened one in the middle, you could have seen the difference, but I cut it because I had to make the Sonic poster look as good as it should. So yeah, that was rough. And so we were like, okay, we didn't get any food. I didn't bring any snacks. I always bring my own snacks to the movie theater. And yes, I admit it, I don't care. I bring my own snacks to the movie theater because I don't want to pay $10 for a dollar store bag of candy with like 5 pieces of candy in it. No, I'm gonna go to the dollar store and buy them and bring them into the theater. I didn't do that because I thought we were gonna dine in and get a meal. So I was like, okay. I ordered like bottomless popcorn, right? Because I thought, yeah, and Chrono didn't eat at all. He didn't eat anything at all. Yeah, L workers, yeah, how do you just not show up to work? Like, that's so shitty of you. Like, you don't care about your... You don't care about your, like, I don't know, like, your fellow employees? Like, it's literally a release night, but I guess it doesn't matter. There's probably a reason that really nice theater is so empty. But anyway, so we were like, okay, let's order. I ordered bottomless popcorn. I thought it was gonna be like, you can refill it, right? They gave me this comically large bucket of popcorn. That shit was like the size of my torso. I was like, I'm like, okay, which I'm not complaining about. I just thought that was funny because I thought I was gonna get like a normal or like just a big bucket, like a big bucket, right? Hi, Craze. Hi, Lost. But it was just like, I felt like I got this most like cartoon big giant bucket of popcorn, but whatever. Whatever. And like Chrono got some nachos. Oh my god, it was literally like a plastic container, right? It was like a, you know how like the inside of like those like meat pouches or like the like a Lunchables, like a Lunchable thing, how it has like the like plastic thing with like the section part for you to put like stuff in. They gave him a bag of Tostitos chips. Like a little bag of Tostitos chips and a tiny little like squirt of some like nacho cheese, which I don't even know if that was nacho cheese, and it tastes so bad. Nothing else on it. Nothing. It wasn't even nachos. Gas station nachos were better. Gas station nachos would have been a better choice, and I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, even Chrono said it. Yeah, gas station nachos would have been better. It was just some cold ass. It's just like kind of like, how do you hand that to someone? You're like, here's your nachos. Especially if you guys knew how nice this theater was, like they should be ashamed of themselves. Holy, like I understand the kitchen not working, whatever, they can't do anything about that, but like the nachos were like legit. If it wasn't for Skull seeing the Sonic movie, I would have left. Yeah, I would have left too if it wasn't for Sonic movie. Also, hi H2No. Hi Scythe. But yeah, it was like they didn't even warm it up. Oh man. And it sucked because like they kind of had like a really bad attitude too, which like we weren't giving that same energy. Like I get that they probably had a rough day, but also like I give benefit of the doubt to anyone working customer service, right? Like you might have had a bad day and I'm just here at the wrong time. But there was nobody there. They didn't have to deal with people. There was freaking nobody in that theater. It was empty. So we went in the theater, we picked our seats. Again, there was nobody there, so that's a positive. We got like really, really nice seats. It was so comfortable. Actually, the first set of seats we sat in, my seat didn't work because it has like a thing where it can like lean back. But I had like the one seat in that whole area that didn't work, and I was like, so we moved. No biggie. And oh man, it's sad that like everything, I was supposed to have a whole theater experience. And I'm like, well, at least the seats were comfy. We had reserved seats, which didn't matter at all. Why did they even... Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Nachos, more like bad shows, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we had reserved seats, which didn't matter at all because they didn't even scan my tickets. They didn't scan our tickets. There was nowhere to scan the tickets. There was no one watching. There was a sign. You know how like there's like a podium before you get to like the actual like theaters, right? The actual seating areas and like the theater rooms, which is kind of like, you know, after you get through the beginning, concession stand, past all that, there was no one at the podium. Just, mind you, there was no one in the theater. There were like 2 people working, which they weren't using the kitchen, and there was no one at the podium. Not even there for 30 seconds to check our tickets. They just didn't give a fuck. We could have just not bought tickets. We could have just walked into the damn theater and saw the movie. Like, it was rough. And also, I'm like, how is that safe though? Like, that kind of made me like a little anxious, not gonna lie. But yeah, so we went to get our seats. I wanted a drink. I definitely needed a drink after that. I was like, I was gonna get some expensive, overpriced wine. But there was like a bar next door. So I went to the bar next door, and the bartender was really, really nice. Like, he was cool. He was like, what movie are you gonna see? And then he looked at me and he was like, oh, I see. And then was talking about it. So like, I think he was a pretty big Sonic fan. He was talking about Keanu Reeves. And I got a really, really good drink. It was like a spicy margarita. It was like spicy mango margarita. It was delicious. And it wasn't super expensive, but unfortunately they didn't have food either because the bar and the movie theater both share a kitchen. Eating popcorn in a movie theater is one thing, but being like hungry as fuck and eating popcorn is the worst choice, right? Because popcorn's not filling. So you eat too much of it, it doesn't feel filling, but your tummy is like full of popcorn. So you have just popcorn and butter and just, oh, I had a tummy ache later. But anything for Sonic Movie 3, that was me by that time. I was like, I just want to see the movie. But I will give them kudos. That theater was amazing. It was beautiful. It was really clean. I guess that's what happens when no one shows up. I guess it's clean because there's no mess. There's no one to make a mess. I highly doubt that they went in there and cleaned it after. They couldn't even scan our tickets. I doubt it. I just think no one was there, so it didn't get messy. But, you know, whatever. But yeah. Are you gonna get Super Shadow and Speed Sim? I am. Yeah, cold nachos and treat me bad. Yeah, it was, I literally was like, I'm just here for the movie. Like, I know I'm gonna get a refund because this is bullshit and this is not what I paid for. So I'm just gonna enjoy my free movie. Just gonna enjoy my free movie. I would have accepted cold nachos. Those were not nachos. It wasn't even nachos. It was some cold cheese in a corner. That was like, how do they hand that to you? In that theater too, like they should have at least had like a Lunchables nachos kit. Like I would have taken that. You could have given me some moldy lunchly. Like, I'm just kidding. Hell no. But there is no food to clean on the floor if you have no food to serve. Right? But Kale, I remember a bad time at the theater. It was showing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one. It sucked the big one. Wait, hold on. It sucked the big one. We left halfway through the movie because it was glitching and tearing and making the whole thing unwatchable. What? Oh my god, no. See, I can say one thing about this theater is that, like, at least watching the movie was a good experience. The theater was amazing. It was comfy. The chairs were so comfy. Like, I want to take one home. Excuse me. Ah, I wanted to take one home and just keep that forever. But sorry, I'm allergic to the bullshit that happened that day. It's coming back. They didn't even open the bag and pour it on the tray. They didn't. They put the bag in the tray. Like, they gave no fucks about you. Did you even get merch? No, there was no merch. They had like some Mufasa merch and some Wicked merch. I want to go see Wicked. Wicked's one of my favorite musicals. I've seen it like 3 different times. One time I got to go see it on Broadway, which was pretty rad. But yeah, I want to see like the new Wicked. And I love Ariana Grande so much. I do. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, dude, I was just like, what the heck? What the heck, man? What the heck? You likely could have. I probably, if I was strong enough to carry a chair, I could have carried 5 chairs out of the theater and they would have done absolutely nothing about it. So yeah, that was our experience. But the movie was great. The screen was really, really nice. It was really big. It was worth, especially since the movie's now free. Yeah, no merch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I knew the other theaters would have merch. Like, it was a gamble to see if this one did, and they didn't, which was unfortunate on top of other things. But like, I made that choice because it seemed like it was going to be a nice theater experience. I'm like, if I really want the merch, I'll just go again. But yeah. Plus, with Virtual Market and Infinity Nikki and buying other Sonic merch recently, Christmas and all that stuff coming up, like, I don't really... I probably shouldn't have bought merch, but yeah, it was just an ass experience. But the movie was great. If you guys haven't seen Sonic movie yet, make sure you go see it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Even if you haven't seen the first 2, you'll be okay. I do recommend watching the first 2 for some context and like some of the relationships. But you could watch that movie without seeing the first 2 and still really enjoy it, which I know quite a few people who have. But this movie was amazing. They put their whole heart into it. They've already confirmed Sonic Movie 4. So we're gonna get some reactions for Sonic Movie 4 soon. Well, eventually, maybe not soon. Yeah. But yeah. That was an interesting experience. But I definitely give the movie a 9 out of 10. I do. I mentioned this earlier, but those of you who know me and who have seen the movie know exactly what it is that I'm disappointed didn't happen or didn't. I don't know how to explain it. That's the most broad way I can put it. And know why I have to give it a 9. Because I'm a fangirl. Those of you who haven't seen it don't know yet, but I'm sure you'll watch the movie and be like, oh, by the time it's over. But it was so good. Also, Sonic movie, yeah, they've already confirmed it's happening in 2027, I think? 2027, so in about 3 years. Yeah, they confirmed it, I think, the day before Sonic Movie 3 happened, or the day that Sonic Movie 3 happened. It was very fast. It's about Big the Cat. No, I'm not watching that. It's Big the Cat finding Froggy. I would literally die. You know what would be cool? I can't believe I'm about to say this. I can't believe I'm about to say that. It would be cool if they gave Big the Cat a show series. I think that would be interesting. I personally wouldn't really watch it. I mean, I would have to. But like, I think it would be Big the Cat, and every episode he ends up kind of like wrapped up in some shenanigans with the main crew. But like, not really. Like, think of Sonic Adventure, right? He was technically on that entire adventure. Just, I need to find Froggy. Everyone's going through all this stuff, like crisis and all this happening, and he's going through the same thing, just, you know, and he always happens to show up. So I think it's fitting, you know? Sonic Frontiers, he was like, I was just fishing and I'm here. Sonic Generation or Shadow Generations, he's like, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. So I think that would be really fitting. I think. MILF, man, I love fishing. But yeah, where can they go with the movie? Oh, there's a lot of places. This movie had, it took from Sonic Adventure 2. So think of how many games and characters and things like that, one, aren't in the movie or haven't been covered by the movies. And yeah, they've been talking about doing a cinematic universe, so I'm pretty sure we'll probably, I predict that we'll get 3 shows, at least 3 show series in between this movie and the next one. We have 3 years. And that's like minimum. We're gonna get at least 3. They want to give us a cinematic universe. And the end credits scene kind of seemed like there's probably a backstory involved in that situation. And I'm not going to say anything else on that because, again, I don't want to give you guys spoilers, but yeah. There's I could see that situation that specifically happened having some kind of backstory. So that's already like possibly its own series. They've already talked about doing a Team Chaotic series. They've already talked about thinking of or considering doing a Shadow and Knuckle series. So like that's already 3. And that's just like 2 are ideas that they've had semi-confirmed, and then yeah. Of course there's end credits. Yes, you always stay until the end. Marvel made it so every movie does this now. Even though I feel like Sonic's just better Marvel, you know. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but it's Year of Shadow, so I can say that. But yeah. Yeah, there's so many games they can cover. 06, Colors. There was a scene after, and then there was a scene at the very end. So there was technically 2 end credit scenes. There was a scene after, and then they went through credits, and then there was a scene at the end. I'm so excited. I'm excited for what they do with the series. Yes, yes, yes.